The Full Files.
The youngest heavyweight champion in the world when he was just 20 years old. Years later, despite earning hundreds of millions of dollars, he went bankrupt. So what really happened to Mike Tyson? 1986. Thousands of people in Las Vegas are waiting, holding their breath. They are not just facing a boxer. There is a storm. Even his opponent is afraid while stepping into the ring, because the man in front of him manages to get into his opponent's minds even before the match begins. Minutes later, Mike Tyson becomes the world champion at just 20 years old. At that moment, no one knew this was only the beginning. But years later, the same man would go to prison, lose his fortune, and become one of the most controversial athletes in the world. Today, we are telling the story of Mike Tyson's incredible rise, fall, and comeback. His life was about to change completely because there was someone there who would discover him. Former boxer and trainer Cus D'Amato. D'Amato realized that Tyson had not only powerful punches, but also extraordinary potential. He took him under his wing. He let him live in his home. He taught him discipline, and most importantly, he taught him to control fear. D'Amato's famous quote was this: "The only difference between a hero and a coward is their reaction to fear." This saying never left Tyson's mind throughout his life. Part 2, the youngest heavyweight champion in the world. He turned professional in 1985. His opponents were getting knocked out one by one. Tyson's style was unconventional. He was very fast. He was highly effective at close range. His transition from defense to offense gave his opponents almost no time to react. Spectators would wait for hours to watch his matches because most of his fights ended within minutes. November 22, 1986, he stepped into the ring against Trevor Berbick. He won the match and became the heavyweight world champion at only 20 years old. This record remained unbroken for many years. He was no longer just an athlete. He was a global star. Part 3, fame and great fortune. With the championships, the money started flowing in too. $1 million matches, endorsement deals, television shows, luxury cars, giant mansions, exotic animals. Tyson was also making headlines with his lavish lifestyle. The money he earned reached hundreds of millions of dollars. However, his inner circle and spending habits would lay the groundwork for serious financial problems in the future. During the same period, the turmoil in his personal life also began to increase. Part 4, the price of fame. The year 1990. The whole world believed Mike Tyson was invincible. Betting companies gave his opponents almost no chance. Newspapers were talking about only one thing: who can stop Tyson? The answer would be a name no one expected: James "Buster" Douglas. Stepping into the ring as a 42-1 underdog, almost no one gave Douglas a chance to win. Many even thought this match was just a warm-up for Tyson's next big fight. But sometimes, life prepares its biggest surprises just when everyone is so sure. The bell rang in Tokyo. The first rounds were as expected. Tyson is attacking. Douglas is backing away. However, as time went on, something strange began to happen. Douglas was not afraid. He was responding to every punch. And in the 10th round, that moment no one could believe happened. Mike Tyson fell to the canvas. The referee started counting. One of the biggest upsets in sports history had occurred. The man who had been undefeated for years was now defeated. That night, he didn't just lose his belt. He also lost his myth of invincibility. Part 5, the career standstill. This defeat did not end Tyson's career immediately, but the chaos in his life was growing steadily. Fame, being constantly in the spotlight, intense pressure, and the turmoil in his personal life. All of these were affecting his life outside the ring. In 1992, Tyson was convicted in a criminal case and sentenced to prison. This period became a major turning point in his career. He stayed away from professional boxing for about 3 years. The rings continued without him. His fans, meanwhile, were asking only one question: Would Mike Tyson be able to make a comeback?